Due to strong sexual content, viewer discretion is advised.
Today on Dr. Phil.
Are you still maintaining that you've done nothing inappropriate with this child?
Don't miss seeing the shocking new accusations against Jeremy.
You knew something was going on here, right?
Plus, the woman who hates ugly people.
I'd rather be miserable alone instead of laying next to some fat guy with no teeth.
Our most talked about guests return.
How's this working for you?
My love life sucks.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
Some say it's a hard life, but it's hard for us all. Always hold on.
In 10,
Always
9,
be strong. Reach out.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Stand by, camera 6. Go, Dr. Phil.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, I always get asked what happened to my most talked about guest. I get asked all the time at airports, on the street, about a little girl named Kaylee.
They touched my pee-pee.
They touched your pee-pee?
Why? Yeah.
Why did they do that, honey?
Tell them not to do that.
I have heard from Kaylee's mouth, my daddy touched my pee-pee. The reason why she says that is because Krista or Bonnie tell her to.
I am 100% sure that Jeremy is molesting my daughter, Kaylee. Kaylee was in the emergency room, and she had a 2-centimeter tear on her labia.
You are here to deny that you have been improper with your daughter in any way, correct?
Absolutely.
This torn labia while she's with you, you have no idea where that came from.
No, I don't.
Are you coaching her?
Absolutely not 100%.
Are you coaching her?
No.
Somebody's lying here. I want to call time out. You and I need to go talk. Do you think you have good judgment?
I would say that's difficult to answer.
Did you put birthday cake in your daughter's mouth with your tongue?
I'm trying to think. Tongue, no, I'm not gonna stick my tongue in my daughter's mouth.
Why did it take you so long to answer that question? You tell me, if I get a letter and a videotape of a child saying somebody touched my pee-pee, if I get that, what do you expect me to do? What do you expect me to do, Jeremy?
Act on it like you have.
My interest here is in Kaylee. In my hand, I hold Jeremy's lie detector results. Have you ever put your tongue into Kaylee's mouth while kissing her?
No.
The results are that that is deceptive.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Have you ever touched Kaylee's vagina for your own sexual gratification? Your answer was?
No.
The results is that is deceptive. Have you ever put your penis or anything else into Kaylee's vagina? Your answer was?
No.
The result is that was deceptive.
Jeremy. You're so, ugh.
All right.
And you just said, oh, these tests are gonna prove blah, blah, blah. You're lying, and it proved you're lying.
Are you still maintaining that you've done nothing inappropriate with this child?
You're damn straight I am.
Danielle, do you believe him? Are you concerned about this?
I don't know what to think.
I failed the test. I have no idea how that happened, but I'll tell you one thing right now. I did not
Yes,
ever,
you about it, and she
never
says
have I
it all the
touched her.
time. Every time she comes
I
back,
would sit
she
there
tells
and
me.
put a gun to my head and blow
Then do
my
it.
brains out if I ever touched
Do
her.
it.
Ever.
Well, that heartbreaking circumstance was almost 2 years ago, and after a long battle between Kaylee's grandmother and Jeremy, there's been a shocking twist in this case. Bonnie, continuing to pursue justice for Kaylee, has led to Jeremy's arrest. A real break in the case came when Jeremy's wife, Danielle, turned over Jeremy's computer to the police and they found child pornography on the computer.
The officers were given a laptop computer by Danielle that she indicated had child porn on it. There were 2 movies and 2 still photos. The girl was no greater than 15 years old. Jeremy is charged with 4 counts of possessing and child abusive material and 4 counts of illegal use of a computer. We're going to go down to South Bend together and try and make the arrest on Jeremy. We're going to surveil the house and wait for him to come home.
I asked some of the neighbors to keep an eye on the house and tell me who comes and goes. I documented all of it, and I knew he would be sleeping right now and that they would be able to catch him.
We get there, we find his car in the driveway. The people in the house said that Jeremy was in a bedroom upstairs. We went upstairs, knocked, took him a few minutes to answer the door. He didn't resist. He's taking prescription drugs. Walking and communicating were difficult. Jeremy was arrested without incident. He's on his way to the St. Joe County Jail.
Watching Jeremy come out of the house with handcuffs was something I've been waiting for a long time, and I wasn't gonna miss it for the world. I feel like justice was finally served.
Chief Aggie, this is Dr. Phil. I understand that we have had some activity with Jeremy.
What we did today is arrest Jeremy on a 8-count warrant. So he's lodged in jail at the present time.
If he is convicted, what can likely happen?
He could go to prison for as many as 4 years for each count and 7 years for illegal use of a computer.
So he's looking at close to 40 years if he got the maximum time.
Correct.
Do you have the opportunity to get out of jail?
Right now he's got a bond set at $250,000 cash.
Well, it sounds like he's in the right place right now. If he's guilty of these crimes, then he needs to pay for it. Well, moments after Jeremy was handcuffed, Bonnie rushed over to her daughter Krista's to show her what she captured on her own video camera.
Okay, that's when they first get him out of the house. There he is getting into the police car. This is my favorite shot right here.
I can't believe that it actually happened. When I saw the footage, I was really happy. I'm still really shocked. I just want to keep looking at it over and over again. I do think that the Dr. Phil show gave me some strength because I was ready to give up. The way that they've helped us is ultimately the reason why Jeremy is arrested. Jeremy is a pedophile, and he deserves to be in prison forever.
Okay, you knew something was going on here, right?
100%.
It's just very egregious sort of stuff that was on the computer.
Yes.
Have you seen or talked to him since this?
I haven't talked to Jeremy, only Danielle.
So the question is, all of this came down, so what did the judge rule? Can Jeremy have any contact with his now 5.5-year-old daughter? And how is Kaylee doing in all of this? We'll talk about that after the break.
Watching Jeremy come out of the house with handcuffs was something I've been waiting for a long time, and I wasn't gonna miss it for the world.
Well, today we're talking about what's been happening with some of our most talked about guests. You're going to find out today. Now, one of the most talked about is Jeremy, who took a lie detector test on this show. It showed deception as to whether or not he inappropriately had touched his young daughter, Kaylee. Now, he continued at the time to deny that, and I assume continues to deny it today. Jeremy was just convicted on 2 counts of possession of child sexually abusive materials. When he was sentenced, we had cameras in the courtroom.
All rise, please. Mr. Parker was convicted of 2 counts of possessing child sexually abusive material, child pornography. Mr. Park, what do you want to say, sir?
I will say that I'm very regretful to myself and my family, ashamed, and if I had it to do over again, that's a road I would never have gone down.
The real victims are the children that were portrayed in these pornographic images, and you must bear responsibility for that.
When I saw Jeremy walk into the courtroom, I felt dirty and disgusting.
You're on probation for 5 years. You must serve 270 days in jail. Following your jail time, you must spend the next 180 days on home incarceration. You may not have any contact with anyone age 17 or younger. You must register as a sex offender.
This is far from over. We're hoping to charge Jeremy with sexually abusing Kaylee. He's damaged Kaylee and our entire family for the rest of our lives.
Well, Kaylee's been living with her mother, Krista, who says she's doing much better with Jeremy out of the picture.
Kaylee is seeing a child psychologist. She is really happy to not have to see Jeremy anymore. She doesn't freak out. She's so much more relaxed. People have stopped me telling me that this is happening to their niece or their daughter, and they ask me how I can help them. The best thing that I did was to go on the Dr. Phil show because Jeremy would probably still get visits, and I just feel really bad for them because I can't help them.
So, Bonnie, talk to me about Kaylee at this point. How's she doing?
Well, I just read the therapist's latest notes, and she said since Kaylee no longer sees Jeremy, her anxiety's gone, and she's doing much better, and she probably would not have to continue in therapy.
Well, that's great news. It's my understanding that she hasn't seen Jeremy now since September of '07.
Correct.
So it's been over a year since she's had any contact with him at all.
Correct.
All right, now, I think it's important, because you made a point, he has been convicted of having this material, this inappropriate material, pornographic child material, and he's been sentenced for that and is serving his punishment for that. But at this point, he still has not been charged or certainly convicted with any inappropriate behavior with Kaylee. Is that right?
Correct.
Jeremy had to have a hearing to determine if he was fit to parent his almost 2-year-old son, Logan. Now, this is the child that he has had with Danielle. And Danielle is the one that turned the computer over to the police. Now, a parole officer testified as to what he saw when he entered Jeremy's home.
All right, please. Court is now in session. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give to the court to be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, stuff you had?
I did.
Did you get a call to the Park home?
Yes, I did.
Can you tell us about the state of the home?
Home was very messy. There was trash overflowing in the kitchen area.
What was found on top of that trash?
There were some porno magazines on top.
In an area that a child could see?
Yes.
Okay. And did you find that appropriate for a child Logan's age to have access to that?
No.
And on the floor there, do you see a pill bottle?
Yes, I do.
Did you consider a pill bottle a safe thing for a child to have access to?
No.
Did you feel it was an appropriate living environment for a minor child?
No, I didn't. I felt the conditions were unsafe for the child.
And at that point, did you take the minor child into protective custody?
Yes, I did.
Today I thought that the case went well. Looking forward to the next hearing. If Jeremy loses his rights to Logan, it will definitely strengthen our chance of having his rights to Kaylee removed, and she will be free from him forever.
So what was determined by the judge? He's not made a ruling yet, is that right?
She hasn't made a ruling. It's postponed.
Your goal, bottom line, is you want his parental rights terminated with your granddaughter.
Absolutely.
So she doesn't ever have to see him again, or he can't petition to have visitation or be with her in any way.
Correct.
And that's what you're worried about.
Yes.
All right. Look, we do these shows for a very decided reason. They're not fun to watch. They're not meant to be entertaining. They're meant to raise awareness. They're meant to give people some kind of a yardstick to measure what they might be witnessing or failing to see and acknowledge in their own life. Now, if you're worried that someone is sexually abusing your child or a child in your space, in your world, in your life, you can look for the following warning signs. These children oftentimes have night sweats. They might inexplicably start bedwetting. There's often a loss of appetite or other eating problems, and there can be a sudden reluctance to be alone with a certain person. You have to understand, they often won't tell you just straight up that something's happening to them because they've been threatened. They may be ashamed. They may not want to talk to you about it. So think about these warning signs and ask questions. Create a dialogue if you're worried about what's going on with a child. So, Bonnie, thank you so much for being here and give us an update on this situation. We will definitely be following Jeremy's story. Next, how one woman is doing battle with who she calls ugly people, and find out how it's affecting her search for Mr. Right. You'll remember this guest.
I choose my friends based on the way they look. If you are fat, ugly, missing teeth, bad skin, balding, then you're definitely not somebody I want to hang out with.
Okay, well, you're going to remember my next guest. She had a big problem with, what she calls ugly people. Now, she just flat out hated them. She said she was in a class by herself. She actually gave my staff a list of demands the last time she was here.
Ugly people are vindictive, miserable, unhappy people. They just want you to fail in life, so they plot against you. I choose my friends based on the way they look. If you are fat, ugly, missing teeth, bad skin, balding, then you're definitely not somebody I want to hang out with.
I have a list of your demands. You said you wanted to change your spelling of the name for the show.
Right. Well, that's what I use.
It's S-H-E-N-E-K, but you wanted to change it to S-H-A-N-I-Q-U-E.
Yes.
Because that's more avant-garde.
I like it.
You wanted us to shut the show down so you could change clothes at the commercial break.
Yes, because I thought it would be nice to see me in different outfits, to show people how I look every day.
That's why everybody's tuning in today, is to see you. There are nice people that may not fit the stereotypic billboard definition of attractive. I tell you, if I'm getting ready to have brain surgery and they tell me they got the top person in the world to fix me, I don't give a damn what he or she looks like. Well, I wanted Shanique to see what kind of first impression she was making. So I put together an experiment where 3 men, all who fit Shanique's ideal physical type, secretly watched her interview for the show. Now, here's what they had to say about her.
Ugly guys are the boldest people on earth. They do not care. They could be missing teeth, no legs, whatever, and they will walk up to you and think that they have a chance.
She seems appalled that ugly people exist.
She's just a lost soul.
When she said things like, I don't even want to be seen with somebody that looks a certain way, that kills me. Being a black male, being a black woman, we're already judged. So, I mean, just to go and judge again, I just don't understand how you don't have the same compassion, when we go through stuff that we go through.
Well, Shanique got a wake-up call from the experiment when she was compared to a racist.
Well, I don't think it was right, but it was my opinion. I was coming to the show for self-improvement, not viewer approval. So
that's a good thing. That worked out.
Right. So anyway, I said what I felt, and I don't think it was racist, but.
Well, you said you came here not for viewer approval, but for self-improvement.
Correct.
And so you got half of that, because you sure didn't have the viewer approval.
No, I didn't.
But how you doing on the self-improvement?
Okay, on my journey, I decided to do a documentary on racism, and I started back dating.
Yeah?
Yes.
So who measured up?
They didn't measure up. I was just bored.
Yeah? So you just traded down?
Yeah, I was like, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
For right now. But I'm starting a dating extravaganza. You can go to my website, idefinebeauty.org. So, and I'm still looking for, you know, I'm opening up my borders, though. I'm willing to date different people.
Okay, and when you say I define, you're referring to yourself.
Right, because people...
So you're not saying, I'm going to give you a definition here.
No.
I am the definition is what you're saying.
I'm saying that I define beauty. I am the person who decides what is beautiful to me. Just like anyone else in the audience, they decide what's beautiful to them.
So you started dating, you loosened your borders a little bit.
Well, as far as I still like, I'm not going to change as far as ugly guys. I'm not dating them. I don't care. I'm not attracted to them. I'm a physical person, so I need someone that I'm physically attracted to.
Yeah, because you had on your list that among ugly characteristics are bald people.
Bald guys in denial, You know, like they try to sweep the hair over the bald spot. I think that's crazy.
So how are you with just like totally bald guys? I mean, is it difficult here to sit here with me?
No, because I think I have a right to my opinion. But I think you're attractive.
Yeah.
I do, you know, because you've accepted the fact that, like I said before, that you're bald. You don't try to hide it.
Okay, so I've just come to grips with it.
Right, so I like that.
So as long as I'm willing to embrace my flaws, you're okay with it?
Right, I hate people who are in denial.
Okay, so I've just had the courage to admit that I'm ugly.
No, but that is the misconception. In the last time they said that, I was saying, like, if you have one of those, I know thousands of beautiful, plus-size women and men. So I don't think fat equals ugly, bald equals ugly. If you have 3 of those, then chances are that you're unattractive. That's what I was saying. Like, one thing, and we all have flaws, but if you have like 3 of those, then chances are you're unattractive.
So when you say you've loosened your boundaries, have you gone where you'll accept 3 but not 4, or 2 but not 3?
No. What I said I loosened is like, before I was exclusively dating black men. I've dated outside of my race, but now I'm just saying, like, as long as you fit these requirements, if you're over 5'11", if you're between like 200 and 250, and, you know, nice slow haircut, then, you know, we can talk regardless of your race.
Wow.
And you need to be successful, because I like guys who can. I'm successful, so I like guys who are successful too.
Well, of course. Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah.
Okay, so she says that she's made some improvements. So were there any backstage demands this time? Did we have the diva in the house? We'll find out when we come back. So I get asked all the time, what happens with our guests after they leave our stage? Do they make changes? Do they get any better? Do they take my advice? And the truth is, some do and some don't. Some come here expecting to hear one thing, they hear another, so they go home and say, I don't like that. I didn't like that, not gonna listen to it, not gonna change anything. Others come here, they hear things that they put into their lives, they make changes. Shanique is back and was here because she couldn't stand ugly people. And she's very willing and happy to point out to you, if you in fact are ugly, she'll clear that up for you. She was also pretty high maintenance backstage with my staff. So was this time any different?
This time it was different. I just, you know, just sat back and relaxed. I let them do my hair this time. I let them put on makeup.
Oh, so you let us provide you with hair and makeup, okay.
Yes, this time, because I was afraid. I didn't want to come on here looking crazy because, you know, you never know. So, you know, last time I didn't say hi to Robin, and I wanted to say hi to Robin. I like you. I don't think you're ugly.
Don't you feel so validated?
Yes.
We have a pickup time that we have for all of our guests to get them here and get them ready. You didn't want that early pickup,
That was too early.
It's too early,
Yeah.
so you got to set your own schedule. You still want your name spelled in the avant-garde way with the Q-U-E.
I do
That's
that
not your name.
But that's for my business. I use that. I don't understand what's the difference. It still says Shanique.
Okay, you said if we were going to provide wardrobe for you that you wanted to be dressed only in BB brand clothes.
Right,
Is it BB, baby?
BB.
BB?
That's what I'm wearing today, and I wore it on the last show, and that's what I prefer.
You said you'd like it if we would hook you up with a black athlete. Anybody in particular, or just?
You know, it doesn't matter. I thought Braylon Edwards was really cute, but he's like 25 or something like, so I don't know.
Who's this?
Braylon Edwards, he plays for the Cleveland Browns. Yeah.
Is that a question or a statement? You don't
He
even
does.
know.
Yes, he does. He plays for the Cleveland
You just
Browns.
saw him and thought he would do.
I saw him in the club, and I thought he was attractive.
What if he was a jerk? I don't know him.
Yeah, but I don't care. I think he's cute. I'm looking for that type. Like, it's not just because he's an athlete. I want someone that I'm physically attracted to.
Yeah, you recognize Bones over there, right? Our stage manager, Wave Bones? Huh? Recognize Bones?
No.
You were telling him backstage you didn't want to be seated too early because your hair wouldn't look right.
Yeah, because I didn't want to sit in the audience, and it was crazy sitting in the audience. I'd rather sit backstage.
So you don't want to sit with these people.
I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying that I didn't want to sit in the audience.
Right.
Because, I mean, I didn't want to clap and all that crap, yelling and stuff.
Okay. This isn't just some shtick you do to be on television. This is how you live your life 365 days a year.
Yes. Because you have to be true to yourself. I'm true to myself. I don't care who I
Because there are some people that do anything to get on television.
No, I don't care about TV.
Well, apparently you do.
No,
Because you are here, and so how's this working for you?
I mean,
how's your love life?
Okay, my love life sucks right now, okay? Hey, what can I say? It's the truth. I want what I want, and I don't want to settle. A lot of people settle for these people, and they're not happy, they're miserable. If I'd rather be miserable alone instead of laying next to some fat guy with no teeth.
Okay, but if somebody hooked up and married you, I mean, they might think, boy, now she is a hot tamale here. This is great. They might get you home, get you unwrapped, and find out you're very high maintenance.
Some guys like that, but I have fun. Like, I can throw on sneakers and play basketball. I can do the boy things. But, like, during the day, I like to look pretty. I like to dress up. Okay. So, I mean, that's not bad.
Why do you reckon this isn't working too well for you?
Because I haven't found who I wanted. Now, these guys, there's a lot of guys that try to date me, and I will go out with them if I'm bored one night. But,
Anybody in the audience you take a shine to? No, seriously, anybody out here that you kind of take a shine to? You got a volunteer back here. How tall? Wait a minute, how tall are you?
5'8.5".
Tad too short. How much do you weigh?
180.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. You're kind of small.
You don't need to bend over.
Oh, sorry.
You want to stand as tall as you can. Okay. Anybody else out here you take a shine to? Now you look pretty tall.
I'm 6'4".
6'4". So hold on. Have you got a jump shot?
Yeah.
So.
Like a dunk.
Well, actually, 6'2" is my limit.
Oh.
Sorry.
He's up there trying to decide if he just got shot down or if he just dodged a bullet. All right. So we'll just keep up with you. Good luck in finding who you're looking for. Next, you viewers reached out to a guest in a big, big way. You're going to find out how your generosity is going to help the lives of a really wonderful family when we come back.
This truck hit the guardrail. It flipped into the lake. The coroner came to my house and confirmed that it was my husband. He was dead. I don't even know how to think about the baby that's coming.
You know, whenever you lose a loved one and your heart is shattered, many emotions rush through your body. Shock, numbness, fear, anger, resentment. And I write about how to prepare yourself for these challenging days in my new book, Real Life, Preparing for the 7 Most Challenging Days of Your Life. Now, Sylvia was here just not too long ago, struggling to cope with the death of her husband. Sylvia's husband, Johnny, was a Marine. He died not in battle, but in a car accident close to home right after he had gotten back from Iraq, leaving her completely alone with twin girls and a baby on the way.
On July 23rd, Johnny got up and he gave me a kiss and told me he loved me and walked out of the door. About an hour later, the coroner came to my house and confirmed that it was my husband and that he was dead. I just want to stay in bed, but I know I have to get up and get the girls ready for school. I explained to them that Daddy, he was gone to heaven. I don't even know how to think about the baby that's coming. She will have never touched him. People tell me it's okay. It's gonna be okay. I don't see how it can ever be okay.
Number one thing you've got to do with you is give yourself time. If what you want to do is lay in bed and feel sorry for yourself all day, lay in bed and feel sorry for yourself, okay? That's okay.
I've had to move in with my mom. We have no vehicle, we have nothing.
We just decided that we needed to provide you with a car. Check that glove compartment when you get out there. There's a check in there for $5,000. Well, Sylvia is days away from delivering her baby girl, so she's joining us via webcam. Sylvia, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I hear you.
Well, so how are you doing?
Much better.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that. Now, tell me how the pregnancy's going. You're right up against it, right?
Any day. They said she can come any day, so we're just hoping it's soon.
All right. So how are the twins? I understood that you had a small birthday party for them recently.
Yes, on the 26th of September, they turned 5, and they had a good time. It was a time that we could celebrate and be happy as a family as opposed to dealing with everything that we have been dealing with for the last 3 months.
Well, I know it's been really difficult, and I know that one of your twins had been talking about wanting to join Daddy in heaven, and that she's actually stopped doing that now and is kind of seems to be making an adjustment. Is that true?
Yes. We've been talking with the therapist that your show hooked us up with, and the therapist gave me suggestions on how to, deal with it and talk to her and different things that she can do. So she's looking forward to being a big sister and helping me more with the baby as opposed to the past.
Well, I just think that's great. And what Sylvia is referring to is we do make arrangements to support our guests after they've been here when it's appropriate and they need it. And so we arranged for you to have some professional help with the family, adjusting and accommodating to this. And it sounds like that's going well.
Yes, it is. Dr. Kat, she's great. She calls all the time to check on us by either phone call or email. She's just wonderful.
Well, great. Well, Sylvia, I have another surprise for you. There's an envelope that I want you to open there that they're getting ready to hand you.
Okay.
All right. Can you open that and tell us what's in it?
Check.
For $37,500.
Okay. Well, Sylvia, since your show aired, thousands of generous viewers from all over the country have reached out. They've sent cards, they've sent baby clothes, they've sent checks to the Dr. Phil Foundation. And so far, the round number is $37,500 that's been raised to help you and your 3 girls. And we're just so proud to be able to share that money with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I don't know. It's a blessing. I've had so many people just to talk to me and let me know that they are praying for us, and you know, just being here and all the hugs and the handshakes and the prayers and your staff calling, it has helped. Everything has helped to make it a little easier. I just appreciate it.
Well, anything we can do to make it easier, and let me tell you, we so appreciate our men and women that serve in the military to defend this country. We so appreciated the work that your husband did on all of our behalves, and we know that you and your husband have both always been hardworking, good, responsible parents, and this is a very difficult time for you. And by the way, we got the Bank of Yazoo right there near you that's agreed to act as your trustee, and its president, Griffin Norquist, has promised to offer you financial planning advice when you need it, make sure this money is earning interest for you. And we're going to be looking for pictures of your baby girl when she arrives, so please keep us in the loop, okay?
I sure will, and thank you again.
All right, Sylvia, we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, when we come back, we're going to talk about a battle between a controlling mother-in-law and her daughter-in-law and what's happening right now. You'll remember this. Well, we're finding out what's happened to our most asked about guest. Now, Pierre said he was caught in the middle of a controlling mom and an unhappy wife. I told him to get his manhood out of the Dixie cup that his mom was holding and just man up. So did he listen?
I originally went on the Dr. Phil show because my wife at the time really couldn't stand my mother.
My mother-in-law is a psychotic woman and a control freak.
My daughter-in-law does not have much education, and she really has emotional problems.
Pierre's scared to stand up to his mom. She does basically control money and assets.
I'm okay with the price I have to pay for the luxuries. She bought me a Mercedes. It would be difficult to choose between the two.
Did I just hear you say that if I had to make a choice between my mother's money or my wife, it would be a tough choice?
I mean, I shouldn't have to make the choice.
Are you wanting to get rid of her?
She's destroying my son's life.
If you can't stand up for your wife, I don't give a damn how many cars she buys you. What's happened here is she has your in a Dixie cup.
The second time I came on the show, it was because my mom got rid of my wife. The arguments between Amanda and my mother got worse.
I moved out and filed for divorce. I just can't face that woman again.
You had every intention of getting rid of her.
They are ruining me financially.
That car and that house is how you control him. This is so dysfunctional.
He doesn't really have money unless he gets a better job.
You have to get on your own 2 feet, get off your dead ass and get a job. Park that car in the driveway of that house and put a note on the dash that says, Mom, it's time for me to move on.
And that's what I did. I've got a great new job. Now I'm financially secure. I no longer have to rely on my mom. This is my Mercedes that I bought with my own money. It's my car, not my mom's at all. This thing's great. I got it thanks to the job that Tony Bashera got me, and thank you, Dr. Phil. It's been a wonderful new freedom. Now that I've got my own money, I can do whatever I want. It's great.
Well, it only took 2 visits to the show for Pierre to become his own man, and thanks to Tony Bashera, who helped Pierre get his career on track. This is the guy with the answers. He did a great job with Pierre. We'll be right back. I want to thank all the viewers who donated to the Dr. Phil Foundation on behalf of Sylvia. What a great, great place to really reach out and just give somebody a hug. A now single mom of soon-to-be 3 kids. So your generosity is so greatly appreciated, and it's you that made the difference. If you want to contribute to the Dr. Phil Foundation for Sylvia or for any other guest or cause that we pursue there, then you can go to drphil.com and click on the Dr. Phil Foundation. We support many different areas, including education, the arts, children's health, disaster relief. We particularly focus on foster children and disadvantaged kids, and it's so great when we're able to do things for them that they wouldn't ordinarily have a chance to do. Thanks so much for being here.